Hello, hello, hello. My name's Sam and you're watching my channel Sew at Sparkle with Sam, and this is my Friday Sews. So, I have been a little bit away from YouTube. I did do a little catch-up video a few days ago, but today is Friday, so I thought I'll come on again and do a Friday Sews and catch you up with a little bit of life, what I've been up to, and some of my makes. So here we go. And here's my first one. So it's my dressmaker's ball dress that I made for last weekend when I went to the dressmaker's ball. So this year we took the whole team. Carolyn Rose had a table, so there was 10 of us in total. We all made our own dresses, and we'd made a bit of a event of it, because every Sunday from about August we'd been meeting in the workroom at Carolyn Rose, and then anybody that wanted to make their dress there has. So it was a really nice atmosphere and a really nice adventure. And then seeing everyone together with their dresses on the day was just really special. So I really enjoyed that. I'll put a picture up of our team, our Carolyn Rose team. And there's Carolyn and her husband. And then we have two of our customers. Unfortunately, another customer that's supposed to come wasn't very well on the day. And then there's Grace and Maz and Brittany from the shop, and Vicky, who works part-time. And I don't think I missed anybody out, did I? If I did, I'm really sorry. And so, yeah, and we had and did I say Grace? Did I say Grace? Yeah, I must have said Grace. Grace looked amazing. She had her inspiration from a champagne bottle. As I said, I'll try and put pictures on so you can see. It was a wonderful evening, and it was a really lovely event. I've been to the Dressmakers Ball last year and I had a much better time this year. I'm going to be it was just, the venue was lovely, the food was beautiful, the atmosphere was really nice. I thought the organisation of the catwalk and everything was much better this time, and I just had a really good time. So yeah, it was a lovely evening, and I will definitely go again. So here's my dress. So I made a handbag, a matching handbag. Excuse me while I remove your bag. And this little sequenced star here is the inspiration for my whole outfit. So a friend sent me this star in the post, and just, you know when you get some, they just said, saw this, thought of you, and this is the star that gave me the inspiration for the whole outfit. So then I found the fabric, and the fabric's from Merchant & Mills, and it's a beautiful soft cotton. And it was quite funny. Quite a few people at Dressmakers Ball kept coming up and stroking me, which, I don't mind. But they thought that my dress was some kind of like velvet or velour, because it has that look to it. But it's actually just a really beautiful cotton. It's and it's a block print cotton. I've just noticed it's got quite a lot of bits of fabric on it. I think I haven't washed it since I've worn it, and I think I've got other people's dresses attached to it. So with the leftover cotton, and then inside the bag it says I've got my positive pants on. And I don't know about you, but I find those kinds of like big social occasions, they can be I can find them make me a little bit anxious, and I can find them a bit overwhelming. So I thought every time I open my handbag to, get whatever I needed, it would be a reminder of me to have my positive pants on, and I did. And then the lining is just a black canvas. It's got a zipped pocket in the back. This is the Harrelson bag by Noodlehead. It's ever such a quick and simple one. I just put a popper fastening on rather than any of the other fancy fastenings, just because I wanted it to be a quick make, which it definitely was. And then the strap was just this red to match, excuse me while I turn you around, to match the red zip at the back. So yeah, I thought it made a really nice outfit. So the dress, it is the Upton dress by Cashmerette. I made the sleeveless version. and I made the size 12, but I did have to take it in quite a lot at the back. And then because I'd made the toile back in August, and then I was very poorly and I lost I lost 5 kilograms, which is nearly 10 pounds. So I had to, when I went to put the zip in and to try it on a couple of days before the ball, I realised that I had a bit of a problem. So it was virtual sewing room to the rescue, and I managed to take it in. And this is the great thing about this dress, is it's got 2 darts here at the front, and then it's got 2 darts at the back. And what I did was I made the darts longer and used these longer darts to draw this fabric in. So I drew it in by another inch on each side, so 2 inches in on total. And then hopefully you'll have seen some pictures of me twirling around the dress, and it fitted me really well. So I didn't want to make too many permanent changes to the dress. I know that I can just remove those darts because I'm hoping to put some of that weight back on again, because I didn't, I suppose losing weight won't do me any harm, but I wasn't planning on losing the weight. So yeah, it might come back on again when I'm feeling well. So obviously I wanted a nice easy fix to my dress. So yeah, so I was really pleased with that. Now, it is a very twirly, poofy skirt, and the reason for that is this gorgeous underskirt. So the underskirt was second hand, so what I did is I got it, I washed it, and then to zhoosh it up, I love that word, it's a very chefy word, that is it, but to zhoosh it up, what I did is I used my free motion embroidery skills. Now, you're not going to be able to see this from this distance away, but I will pop some pictures. And I basically just put inspirational words and kind of sparkle, shine. So Let Sparkle is on part of it. Just so that when I was swishing along, I had a little bit of sparkle around, the twirly bits. So yeah. So that was my dress that I wore for the dressmaker's ball. So yeah, that has been keeping me very busy. So yeah, that's that. I am going to quickly change my friend here for my next make. So my next recent make is this beautiful thing. So this is the Emporia Patterns Zoe Dress. Which I did, this is my second Zoe dress. The first one I made from some So Hayley Jane subscription fabric, which I absolutely loved, and I loved it so much that I wanted to make another one. So this is a See You at 6 viscose or linen viscose mix, and as you can see, it's got pockets. It's kind of the silhouette of a shirt dress, but just with the top placket. I couldn't find any buttons that I liked to go on this, so I actually just used black poppers, and I thought that it looked really nice, and I actually quite like the look of it. And also, I went down to the last slither of fabric. So this placket here is actually a little piece of just black cotton poplin, because I had not a slither left. Of this fabric. So yeah, and but I still managed to get it to the full length. Yeah, and I absolutely love it. So a few little bits of kind of tips that I picked up on making this dress. It is a beautiful dress. It's very true to size, but obviously, size, hips, waist and bust size, you can measure those very accurate, but we are all different shapes and sizes in between. And the thing that I love about this dress is that it's got these gorgeous kind of pleated box pleat darts in, and you can make the entire dress without putting these in first. So you can make the dress, and then what I did is I marked where they should be roughly. Then I made the dress, and then I tried it on, then I pinched in, and then I made the pleats. So actually, I've actually got one pleat that's slightly bigger than the other, because I've got one breast that's slightly bigger than the other, so it kind of evens me out. And then at the back, I took the pleats in by twice as much as I did at the front, because I always need it to be tighter at the back than at the front. I need the room at the front. I don't need the room at the back. And yeah, and I think you'll agree, I got a really nice fit on it. I'll pop some pictures so you can see. Yeah, I love it. So there's 4 pleats at the back and then 4 pleats at the front. And I also lowered one of the pleats as well on the outer side, and that just gave me a little bit more room in the bust area. So yeah, so absolutely fantastic pattern to make. The only kind of tricky part, I would say, is this placket here. The only reason it was tricky was it was the instructions were quite wordy, and but the only advice I'm going to give you is just read it again and just trust the process, because they do it in a slightly different way, but the end result is very nice, and it's a very neat finish. But you just have to kind of go through the process and also look at the pictures. The pictures show you the right sides and wrong sides, so make sure that you look at them and use that to help you. But I have to say, it might give the fringe dress a run for its money. This could be a new favourite. And the reason that I kind of think that is that every time I see fabric at the moment, I'm thinking, can I make a Zoe with that? So every time I see fabric, it's like, potential Zoe. And it's great. Tights and boots, brilliant for winter wear. I can get a top underneath it, so again, autumn, winter, but I can also see these coming into their own in the summer as well, in some lighter fabric. So yeah, go and get yourself a Zoe dress. I would definitely recommend it. So my next recent make is actually 2 makes. So underneath is a Freya, just a Tilly and the Buttons Freya top that I made with some fabric that I bought from Claire at Love Red Sew's D-Stash. And it was one of those ones that I saw it and straight away went, I want a Freya in that top. So I bought it. I think she said there was 1.5 meters, but I think there may have been a little bit more than that, because I made the Freya and I have got a little kind of bit left that will probably, it won't make another Freya. It might make a little t-shirt or something. So yeah, or it will definitely be good for knickers. So yeah, new Waves and Wild Wonder undies coming up, I think. So yeah, so I made this, and then over the top of this is my Coatigan, I think that's how you say it, from Sew to Grow, and it's one of my absolute new favourite makes in the whole world, because it's just so lovely to wear. It was lovely to make. It was absolutely fantastic. It's a Ponte fabric, so it kind of gives you that smartness of a jacket, but the comfort of a cardigan, because you don't feel like you're wearing a jacket, you feel like you're wearing a cardigan, but it is quite a smart garment. And because it's black, it can kind of smarten anything up. And again, I have bought more fabric to make another one, but in a different colour. I've gone for like a chocolate caramelly brown colour, because for the autumn weather, I think it's something that will go with a lot of my wardrobe. And I've worn this a lot recently, and I've got such a lot of lovely compliments on it. I will put another picture of me wearing it, because I know it's always difficult to see it on the mannequin, but yeah, so I just thought I would show you. I have lined, I don't know whether you can see, but I have lined the pocket in some little spacey fabric just to give it a little bit of me. And I will turn my lady round so you can see at the back. Yeah, and this is a gorgeous charcoal grey with a little spot through it that I got from Carolyn Rose, which was a remnant. One thing that I would change is I don't think I correctly read the instructions properly the first time, because they mentioned about the buttons, and they mentioned some smaller buttons. But what she actually does is that she puts a large shank button on, 2 large shank buttons, and uses the smaller button to sew it onto the jacket to give that nice kind of couture finish. Now, I had just seen notions and the smaller button and just got that button. So next time I will use a slightly bigger button. I mean, I probably could get away with taking these buttons off and putting a bigger button on. And maybe, I don't know whether I want to mess about with buttonholes and things, but it's fine. It just next time I think I'll go for a bigger button. But yeah, it's the Sew to Grow patterns, which I have the lovely Marie from who I've met through the virtual sewing room to thank for that. Yeah, so there, my next recent make. So this is the last recent make that I'm going to share with you. It's not everything that I've made since I saw you last time, but I thought it'll give you a good snippet of what I've been doing. And it's this lovely toaster sweater from Soho 7. Now, in my Instagram stories, I put that I got the fabric from Felicity Fabrics, and I actually got it from Higgs and Higgs, so apologies. I got some very similar fabric from Felicity Fabrics that I have made up in a similar jumper, but this fabric was actually from Higgs and Higgs, so 1,000 apologies to everyone involved. In my defence, I was not feeling 100%. So yeah, it's gorgeous fabric. I just have to say that the fabric is so lovely. And the toaster sweater, now I got a bit of advice. I've never made the toaster sweater before. I did what I normally do, and I texted my hive mind of my sewing friends and said, anyone made the toaster sweater, which I knew the answer would be yes. Is it true to size? You know, any advice? And they were all like, yep, go for it. True to size, true to size. So I did a medium, which is to my measurements, and they were absolutely bang on. It fits me perfectly. I made no changes. Might make the cuffs a little bit smaller next time. But it does make it nice and warm. And also the cuff at the bottom, I might make that a little bit smaller next time, because I do feel it goes down quite low and it kind of hangs around my tummy where I don't really want it to hang. But again, small things, I absolutely love it. Yeah, and I made it in, cut it out. That probably took me about 20 minutes, half an hour, but actually sewing, 40 minutes it was done. I was just so impressed, so quick. Yeah, and it's just really lovely. And I don't know whether you can see, I've put a nice label in the, where did I put I put the label in the side here, and it says cozy vibes, because I don't like anything up here. And then I was just going to show you the inside, and as you can see, it's all very nicely, neatly sewn. Don't know whether you can see that, but it is all very nicely sewn inside, so it looks as nice on the inside as it does on the outside, but it was still very, very quick. So yeah, very impressed with that toaster sweater. I think I might be making some more of these. And on that note, the lovely Adam from Adam Sews had said to me, I've got some fabric very similar to this. And I said, oh, well, I'm looking for some plum. And he said, oh, well, I've actually got some plum fabric. And bless his little heart, sent it to me through the post. Yeah, and it's currently in my to be processed pile. But I will show you that next time. And that might be destined to be another toaster sweater. However, Mr. Sparkles, when I was opening the parcel, of course he's quite nosy, just like me. Oh, what you got? So I told him this, what Adam had sent me, and he put the fabric up against himself. So actually, I think this suits me. So I'm going to have a little look and see how much fabric I've got. It may become a Mr. Sparkles sweater. Who knows? So I think you've started something, Adam. So yeah, so that is what I've been making. So I hope that's caught you up a little bit on what I've been making while I've been AWOL. And I'm just going to kind of let you know a few of my plans. So this is Friday today, tomorrow Saturday, and it is So Brum tomorrow. Now, I've never been before, but there's a few of my sewing friends that do go and have kind of convinced me to go. So I don't know what to expect. I'm really looking forward to it because it will just be really nice to see lots of lovely people and experience the experience. So I'm going to go to So Brum tomorrow. And then next week I have got a very busy week next week, because from Thursday onwards I am working at the NEC, at the Sewing for Pleasure show on the Sew Different stand with my lovely friend Emma. So if you are going to the Sewing for Pleasure show on either the Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, I will be there all 4 days. So please come along and say aloha, because that will make my day. So I don't know what stand I think I'm on yet, but as soon as I know, I will pop it on my Instagram. So yeah, that is what I've got coming up, kind of lifey sewing life plans for the next couple of weeks. Now, actual sewing plans, I don't know whether I'm being absolutely bonkers, but so because I'm going to be working on the Sew Different stand, I haven't actually made any Sew Different patterns, but they have sent me some. They've sent me 3 patterns. I've sent them to Flamingo Prints. They should be with me tomorrow. And I'm wondering whether I've got time to make something to wear. So all I can say is watch this space. If you do come and see me at Sewing for Pleasure and I'm wearing a Sew Different pattern, you'll know that I've been sewing like a demon. And if you come and I'm wearing something else, you'll know that I failed and didn't quite get it done in time. But, you know, all good fun. All good fun. And if you have made any Sew Different patterns, let me know what your favourites are, because, you know, I'm going to have a good old mooch when I get there. So that will be good fun. Right, I am starting to waffle a little bit, which means, and I'm also starting to flag a little bit. The tiredness is real and definitely setting in. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Don't forget to sparkle. I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.